How are you? Officer Delayed in the Cape Coral Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is you passed us going 51 on Del Prado, and then you're going about 65 on Veterans, driving in and out of traffic. Do you have your license and registration on you?
On August 18, 2023, a Florida officer stopped a female driver for speeding and erratic lane changes. Lawful grounds under Terry v. Ohio, 1968. At the window, he noted odor of alcohol, slurred speech, and difficulty locating registration. Combined with the driving pattern, this established probable cause for a DUI investigation under Florida Statute, paragraph 316.193.
Yeah, I need napkins. I have sinus problems. I think my registration's in here. I don't know. Hold on, let me give you my license.
Okay.
That.
Thank you. Any luck on that registration?
Yes, I have my registration. I gotta find one. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, you're sorry.
I don't know where the put it, honestly. It's in a book. Or, oh wait. Hold on.
Where are you coming from tonight?
I picked them up.
Who's them?
Them.
Friends, family?
Friends.
Yep.
Here, love.
Thank you.
I have a number.
What's that?
I have a number.
Do you have an odor? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So, go ahead and set that stuff up there because we don't need it right now. You've seen this?
Yeah.
Have you used it on a DUI investigation?
I have not, no.
Alright, so the way this works is, so you're going to ask her to step out of the car. She comes out, you're going to explain to her that you've got some signs of impairment. You're going to start a DUI investigation. If she asks what you're talking about, you can say, you got odor of alcohol coming from you.
Slurred speech.
There's slurred speech, bloodshot glassy eyes.
Registration.
Did she have bloodshot glassy eyes?
A little
glassy?
bit.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't have a perfect look of her eyes, but her,
Okay.
her speech was slurred, and then I had to keep reminding her to get her registration.
All right. And then you can just say that there's a few other items that I'm seeing. You don't have to go into great detail because then it can become an argument.
Yeah.
But at least you have two indicators, right? And then you can always, your driving's a little aggressive as well, Also, there was a time there that she was crossing the lines. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
When we came up here, she hit that.
She moved over a little bit.
Yep. So I'll have that. So when you get her out, you're going to say, hey, I want to start a DUI investigation. Are you willing to participate in standardized field?
Sobriety exercise.
Yep. And then from here, you just start at the bottom. Are you sick or injured? Do you have any physical limitations? Right here. The only one that I would, or there's two, doctor, dentist. All right. And then when you say physical limitations, any problem with your hips, your knees, your ankles, your legs, anything like that? No. All right. Are you seeing a doctor or dentist for anything regularly? Type of stuff. And then right here,
Is it just yes or no, or do I get their name?
if they have info, go ahead and draw it. You can write whatever you want on this. You write notes.
Yeah.
Eyeglasses, contacts, are you blind in either eye? And then from here, we'll do this. All right?
Yeah.
I'm going to have you do HGN, and then I'm going to do it and check it. Okay? So I'll explain it to her once you do that HGN, and then we'll move into walk and turn one leg stand. It's occupied twice. There's a female in the front as well. All right? So, and then we're going to go ahead and come up with...
The most legally significant moment occurred before the subject ever stepped out. A supervising officer coached the initiating officer on which indicators to cite, adjacent to the occupied suspect vehicle. If audible to the subject, this raises a 14th Amendment due process concern defense attorneys will exploit. Under Pennsylvania v. Mimms, 1977, ordering the driver out required no additional justification. The officer's request was constitutionally sound. What followed, however, was not without issue.
Hello, ma'am. Would you step out for me?
Why?
I'm asking you to, please.
No, but I need to know why.
Well, I don't have to tell you why, but I'm going to.
Yeah, let's do it.
I sense some signs of impairment.
I don't want no issues.
Oh my.
I'll get out.
Just wait in the car. Just wait in the car.
Oh, okay.
doesn't make everything complicated.
Just relax. It's okay.
Step out for me.
But why? Can I ask why?
Yeah, we'll go over it once we're out here.
Okay.
Just please.
Yeah, just step over here for me.
So the reason we're having you come out is we're seeing signs of impairment and we want to start a DUI investigation. That means you participating in standardized field sobriety evaluations. Are you willing to participate in standardized field?
No, I'm not impaired. I'm dropping them off over here. I'm going home. I live right off of Nicholas.
Okay. So the only way we can go forward from this is if you participate. If you don't participate, we have to make our judgment based off the observations we've seen so far.
What is your judgment for you to feel that way?
You have slurred speech, an odor of alcohol.
I don't have slurred speech. I don't have alcohol.
If you don't participate in standardized field sobriety evaluations, then you can't dispel our fear of your impairment. Okay? So are you willing to participate in standardized field sobriety evaluations?
What does that include?
We're going to check your eyes, and then we're going to have you do the walk and turn and the one leg stand.
Whatever.
Okay.
So you're willing to participate?
I'm not blowing, but you can do whatever the f you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just step right in front of the car over here.
So you put you in front of the light so you can feel impaired. Fantastic.
Well, why would the light make you feel impaired?
Because it puts your judgment off, obviously.
All right, so I have some questions for you, okay? Are you sick and injured at all?
But why did you pull me over? Why
pulled
did you
you over
Why was I pulled over?
First off, you passed us going 51 on Del Prado. We followed you on Veterans, weaving in and out of traffic, going 60 miles an hour on Veterans.
66 miles.
66 miles an hour.
What? Do you have your proof of that?
Yes. Our observations.
Our
Yes.
observations. As long as-
Observation is proof?
Yeah.
I don't
Do you
think
want to participate?
so. If I don't, then what? You arrest me?
We have to
Make it a judgment.
What's your judgment?
It's up to you whether or not you want to participate.
I mean, I'm not drunk.
Okay?
If I were or weren't speeding, I'm not saying either or,
So
but
the
I'm
question
not
I have.
impaired.
Okay, so my question for you is, would you like to participate in some field sobriety exercises to dispel my fear that you may be intoxicated?
Am I allowed to, like, research first?
Research? No.
It's just yes or no.
No.
You don't want to?
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay, fine, then yes.
Put your hands.
Then yes, yes, yes,
No,
yes.
we're not going back and forth with this.
Why?
Okay? Because.
Stop.
Oh, that's
We're not going back.
Now I'm resisting.
Stop
that's
pulling
very
away.
forceful.
Stop pulling away.
Stop
Make sure you record. Make sure you record because this is a normal thing for Florida. Oh, I'm resisting. Oh my God, I'm 100 pounds. I'm resisting.
Stop pulling away.
Oh,
resisting.
woohoo! I'm resisting. What did I do?
Stop pulling away.
What did I do?
Stop pulling away.
What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
Stop resisting.
What did I
Stop
do?
pulling.
Tensing up. Stop.
I'm I'm tensing up. Okay, I got 3 cops on me, and I'm 130 pounds, not even, and I'm tensing up. Okay. What the f is that?
Stop pulling.
Really? This is okay. Okay. But I need my phone and I need my wallet.
Okay.
If you want to arrest me
Here you go.
for doing nothing, so okay. Blow me. You want to blow? You want to blow? You want to blow?
Yes.
Come on.
The next thing we were going to ask you to do
Come on,
is
let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it
provide
right
a
now.
sample of your breath. to
Let's
determine
do
how-
it right now.
Okay, we're gonna
right now.
we're gonna
Let's
take
do
you down
it. Let's do it.
Get in the car right now. You open that again, you're going to jail. Do you understand me?
You're grabbing me like that?
Will you keep tensing up?
Oh, okay. You know what's funny
Go ahead and pat her
is
down, put her in the car.
Yeah.
Come over here for me. Come over here.
Stop pulling.
Hey, record this.
Face the car.
Perfect.
Stop
Don't
tensing up.
Are you trying to? What are you doing, bro? Are you trying to like assault me? Ew, she's grabbing me.
Stop tensing up.
Tensing up, she's grabbing my. What's on me? Look at me. Back up. What's on me? What's on me?
Sit down.
I want my wallet and my keys.
Get
and
in the car.
Where's on my? Really? Okay. Okay. You're gonna get sued. You're gonna get sued. You're gonna get sued. attitude. You're gonna get
The subject refused field sobriety evaluations. That refusal is legal. Under Pennsylvania v. Muniz, 1990, SFSEs are non-testimonial, not protected by the Fifth Amendment, but no statute compels participation prior to arrest. Refusal simply forces the officer to act on observation alone. When the subject said no, the officer immediately ordered hands behind her back. She reversed within 2 seconds. The arrest continued. Florida law does not require an officer to rescind a lawful arrest command because the subject changes her mind, but a 2-second window leaves room for a de-escalation failure argument. The force used during handcuffing is evaluated under Graham v. Connor, 1989. The subject pulled away and tensed repeatedly against 3 officers. No strikes were deployed. Physical control proportionate to active resistance meets the objective reasonableness standard. Her physical resistance generated a separate criminal charge, Florida Statute 84302, resisting an officer without violence. This charge is independent of the DUI. Innocence on the DUI does not negate obstruction. She created this exposure herself. Officer Don Corey, B-, lawful stop, sound investigation, proportionate force, deducted for the abrupt arrest transition and failure to control the location of the coaching session. Supervisor C+, strong procedural knowledge, poor tactical judgment on where that coaching took place. Subject C. The SFS refusal was a legal right, properly exercised. The physical resistance was not, and it cost her a second conviction. Passengers, A-, immediate compliance, truthful voluntary statements, 0 escalation. The clearest conduct in the entire encounter. Key takeaways. Refusing field sobriety test is legal, but it removes the only objective evidence that could clear you. For law enforcement, every second of footage is discoverable. Coaching sessions belong away from the suspect vehicle, or they become part of the defense's case.
Let's do it down. Pick it up. That one right? This one's yours, sir. Thank you. Have them go ahead and step on it. All right. Stepping out for me.
Drag me out.
Just come back here. Back of the car. Step out for me.
Yes, sir.
Back of the car.
Yes, sir. Sorry. We just met her tonight, and we were just trying to get to the next bar, and that's all that was happening. And she said, we'll take you to the next bar, and that was it. That was all that happened tonight.
So you don't know her personally at all?
No, sir. No, sir.
We just met her at Rusty's.
Yeah, we just met her tonight. We were only at Rusty's for like an hour, and then we went to the back. We had one drink there, and then we were on our way here. And we were like, would you mind chopping this off? And then she's like, yeah, I can take you. And then we didn't know she was doing the speed limit. I heard her say speed limit. We didn't know. And yes, I know it's illegal double passengering. She was just going to drop us off here, and we were going to Uber from here. That's it.
Do you guys have licenses or ID cards?
Yes.
I have my
Yes.
ID.
I have ID. Yes. I just don't know why she was making, like I said, I don't know why she would make a big scene. And, like, you guys were just telling her to get out. That was it. She don't have to be like, why this, why that. Just following the rules, just do what they say, please. Like, I was trying to tell her, but she's like, no. No, not really. No,
We
not
just
really.
met her
Yeah,
at Rusty's.
she was already there.
So you
before
weren't
we
with her
were.
the whole time?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, she was already there before
Maybe like
we
30
were.
minutes.
Yeah.
Did you see her drink anything while you're at Rusty's?
This probably had
No.
like a shot of tequila,
Yeah.
maybe,
Tequila.
She had a shot, and then at the deck, she had a shot. That's all we
and then we came here.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never gotten in trouble with cops before, so this is like my first time, and I'm like nervous about it. So that's why I'm all shaky
They
and
good?
antsy.
You guys are both good?
Okay.
Thank you.
Please
Thank you for your time.
try and being safe, walking.
Yes, yes. And
And-
I'm actually, like I said,
Get an
I
Uber.
apologize for what you guys have to deal with all the time. I know it's probably rough for you guys. It shouldn't be at all.
All right, we're going to that mobility.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, you guys have a good
Be
night.
safe.
Thank you.
Thank
Be safe.
you guys.
April 4301, I'll get a check-in 10-4.
Are we leaving?
Yeah.
Can I please get my wallet and my phone because I don't have any like
Yep. Grab a wallet, phone. Do you have house keys? Do you have house keys?
The subject was convicted of DUI and resisting without violence. 6 months probation, DUI school, 50 hours community service, 6-month license suspension. Let us know what interaction you would like us to cover next. Thank you for watching.